welcome back to MudRunner. Hopefully you're enjoying the series as much as I am recording it. Today we're on to the second challenge, and this is repair and refuel. The bonus objectives have me worried. I'm not too worried about scaring the birds, but do not drive over the bridge makes me wonder whether we've got a large body of water to go through. We shall soon find out. And we've got to find a pumpkin somewhere. But we start in our log truck, and the log truck has no fuel. See the issue straight away there. Now we have our fuel truck, but the fuel truck needs repairing, but we have a different truck nearby, the B66 up there. We can swap to that, I believe. The red arrow is going mad. There we go. This is our B66 truck. This is a truck that can fix other trucks, so we need to get this to the fuel truck, and I believe then we can go and grab some fuel, use the fuel truck to fill up the log truck, and the log truck can then take us on a journey to deliver the logs. So a bit of up and down all over the place, but we'll get there, I'm sure. So the B66 first. Oh, that's some damage already on the front. That's not good. Driving straight into below the rocks there instead of trying to avoid them. I thought this would actually bounce over them. It didn't quite work that way. So we can take a little bit of damage. I don't think it's going to matter as much. Going to go over this rocky outpass at the minute. Got to get it through. Come on. Let's use the winch and see if that helps pull us through these rocks. I didn't think we'd get stuck this quickly, to be honest. There we go. Dragging ourselves over the rocks. We are over. Disconnect the winch, off we go. So we get this to the fuel truck, we can repair it, and then hopefully go into some fuel. A little boggy here. This is going to be a bit tricky, I think. I've been trying my best to stay out of mud. I know it's called MudRunner, but in my eyes, if you drive on the drier sections, obviously the journey's easier, you're not going to get stuck. It's not always that possible though. And I'm always at risk of tipping the trucks over. That I've got to deal with. But I think we've made it through there okay. I think we've got some chopped logs here, tree stumps, we have to be careful of those I think. We'll look through them all. I do like driving in this view though, I do think the view helps. There we go, small birds scared, we'll keep adding those up. Yeah, I do like driving in first person view, actually in the car, I think that's quite good. It restricts your view, so it makes it a little bit harder, but I do like that in terms of the journey. So now we can use the utility, attachment and repair the fuel truck. Not been too bad so far, other than the rocks. So let's repair the fuel, and then we can change our truck to it. There we go. Are we swapped? Yes. So now we have the fuel truck, it is fixed. So now we need to go and grab some fuel. It still looks in a little bit of a state, doesn't it, looking at the front of it. It has been fixed by the utility vehicle. Okay, where are we heading for this? Fuel station's over there. Looks like a main road to get there, so we should be good. Once we hit that main road, we should be okay. That's hoping anyway. Gonna get out of this muddy section first. Struggling a little bit. We haven't got any fuel on board, so we're quite light at this point, or lighter than we will be. And still already struggling. But we're getting there. Keep the truck moving. Power on. I am finding power isn't always the answer, but it is fun to think just power, we'll power for everything. Doesn't always work, but it's fun to try and do. Okay, trundling along. The mud is making it very slow progress. I'm pretty sure the map showed us there was a main road here. I haven't seen it as of yet. Still very muddy. Okay. I think we can just manage through here. Yeah, a little bit easier now. You can see the speed's picking up, so not too bad with the mud, although it's slowing a little bit down there. But this looks to be a fuel tanker on our right hand side, so I think we're in the right area. I'm just trying to stay out of mud where possible, but you can see how deep some of it is. Perfect, we are here. So can we fill up then? Yes, we are now full of fuel. That's what we like to see, isn't it? So now we can head back and refuel the log truck. 3-point turn is needed here. Can I get this spot on without messing this up massively? Because the actual fuel tank is attached to the vehicle, it's not on a a swivel or anything. I think this is going to be easy to reverse. In the first episode, if you watched it, our reversing was horrendous, but I think a lot of that is because it's a trailer on the back that moves independently. This is a little bit easier to reverse, and we're out of there with the fuel on board. Now we're going to head back to the log truck, trying to stay out the mud where possible. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a hard run. We are a bit heavier now. I'm assuming that plays into things and makes it harder through the muddy sections. But we're getting there. We are making it. Not too bad. I wonder if we can go through the grass area here to stay off the mud. I don't know if there's going to be anything in our way, trees and such, but hopefully we can avoid all those and use that drier section. I think that worked perfectly there. With a bit of speed up. Okay, we're nearly back to our truck. You can see it straight across there. Where we get stuck on something. That's the only thing with driving this view. You can't always see where you're getting stuck and what you're getting stuck on. Okay, so I think we can now refuel our log truck to fulfill this delivery. Let's get a bit closer. Okay, I think we're in the right place. Parking brake is on, handbrake. And we should be able to refuel. Is that working? Now we can change truck. No, we can't. Hang on. Trying to get the hang of this sometimes. It's a bit tricky with the different buttons you need to press. That didn't work, did it? No, that's worked. Try this again. Fuel. Why not selecting the right part? The fuel isn't going down, so I'm assuming we haven't refueled it just yet. Change truck. Fuel. Truck. It's not working. Right, there we are. We are now in the log truck. It worked in the end. It took a bit of time, but it did work. So we have now got the log truck. We have got fuel on board, and if we look at where we need to head to, it's a little bit of a journey, to be fair. And if you remember, one of the things we can't do is use the bridge. So we're going to have to cross the river without using the bridge. So is the bridge the one nearest to us? I think it probably is. So we'll try and get this journey done without using the bridge. That's the plan, but off we go. Logs on board. Now let's settle down to some driving music as we make our way to the delivery point. we have made it to the delivery point. It wasn't too bad, to be fair. I think we did quite well. Fairly straight, simple journey. Let's get these logs delivered, and then that should be mission done. Now, I know for a fact we haven't scared enough birds, and we definitely didn't find a pumpkin along the way. We'll look at those in a second. Let's just get this finished. So there we go. 1 star. Do not use the bridge. So the birds we need to focus on, and I did this a second time, and we focused on the birds. So the birds are sorted, and we finally found the pumpkins. See that pumpkin patch, top right corner? That's the ones we got to squash. Weird thing, because this is quite out of the way from where we're meant to be heading. So a little bit strange. That's what we had to go and find, but we did it in the end. You can see on the map where we are. But we did it. Now to reverse this out. That wasn't easy, to be fair, reversing this back out once we drove in. I suppose we could have dropped the trailer and then drove in with just the truck. That probably would have made life easy. Thinking about it now, that would have made life easy. Unfortunately, didn't think about that at the time. I'm trying not to damage the fence and sort of thing. I don't know if that matters. I'm just trying my best not to. But anyway, we squashed the pumpkin and we finished the second run. And we did scare enough birds as well. So once we unload the logs now, this should be enough for all the challenges. It is indeed. 3 stars are there. And that is the second challenge level done. We scared the birds and we squashed the pumpkin. A tricky level, I must admit. And that is it for today. That is the end of this episode of MudRunner. Repair and refuel complete. Hope you're enjoying the series, and we'll see you next time with more challenges on MudRunner.